Hi there, I'm Java Jim with First Line Equipment, and today we have the Torre Espresso machine Peppina Evo Premium model, and we're going to go over some of the high quality features on this machine here. Let's get started. Externally, we have a stainless steel front panel, stainless steel top cover, polished. We have a stainless steel inner top cover. We have our flow control device, high quality wood, I'm going to probably say maple, commercial grade steam and hot water valves, the commercial grade E61 group head, okay, as pretty standard on a lot of machines. We have a stainless steel lever that comes out to the front. We have our drip tray with a stainless steel top cover, and you hear some screws rolling around because when we remove the screws from the top cover, they go in a drip tray. If not, you lose them. We have a thick stainless steel frame that's along here in the front. There is an opening here on the bottom, and we do have the wands. Customers ask, can I see the machine with no burn wands? The problem, or a cool touch, the problem with those is there's a poly tube that runs on the inside here, and you can't hold it while steaming because it gets piping hot still. It only allows you to quickly touch and move the wands when it has that feature. The downside to the cool touch or no burn wands is that the internal diameter of the throughput of the pipe is reduced up to about 50%. So you're reducing the throughput by 50%, and if you have more milk, it may take more difficulty to get that churning going, to get the revolving going in building up the froth or creating the froth in your milk. So in this case, it's decided that we'll have the rubber grips with the more thorough put wands. So it's something you need to decide. If you want a little more safety, you're not burning yourself, but if you're careful and you want more thorough put for steaming greater amounts of milk, this is really the way to go. And actually a customer emailed me that question this morning, and that's why I kind of bring it up. Again, stainless steel top cover. The underside or underlink cover is not as polished. Some customers take it off and say, yeah, I see scratches. They don't finish the underside, okay, as much. And even here, you'll not see the polished finish. And now we're going to deep dive into the inside of this espresso machine. Now we're deep diving. If you look here, we have good high quality copper tubing with brass fittings. Here's our coffee boiler, because it's a dual boiler machine. Here is our high quality PID sensor. This version, we typically don't see a lot of replacements. We see this on another brand, and we barely see any replacements on this high quality sensor here. We have our water flowing to and from. There's two pipes here, to and from the group head. One's on the bottom, one's on top. Safety thermostat is way down there. So if the coffee boiler is not getting hot, first thing to check with the machine unplugged is the high limit or safety thermostat that's down there. If you feel a push in, it means that it overheated. Now, that's not always solving the problem. You have to find out why it's overheating. And if typically it's because this sensor right here gets buildup or corrosion from the water, either lime scale, which is calcium magnesium. If you're using distilled or purified water, which you should not be using, it'll coat the PID sensor. Again, on this one, we typically don't see it that much. And with these high quality stainless steel boilers, typically that stuff goes down to the bottom of the coffee boiler, so it usually gets flushed down. We don't see it often. Here we have the steam boiler. On the previous video, I actually said that the safety valve goes to the drip tray. I was actually incorrect. We have a 2.5 bar high quality safety valve. If you hear this machine sound like a locomotive, this is probably releasing a lot of steam so the boiler doesn't blow up. We also have the safety thermostat that is located right here with another push button. Again, if this gets triggered, there's something else going on here. We have our water level sensor here that regulates the water. And remember, there's a couple tricks in here to let you regulate the water level in the steam boiler, so I can't reveal what's going on. Here we have two pressure sensors here. I can't reveal what's going on there. And if you look here, we have the brain unit that's on the side, okay, and a shield that kind of shields some of the heat, and the heat gets redirected upwards with some space in here, because if there's any heat on the bottom, it's going to come around the side of the brain unit. We do always like to have the brain unit as close as to the bottom, but this is a good sized brain unit here, so it's not next to the top, but it's halfway through. Now you just heard the machine refill. That's because I probably tapped it. Down in the bottom there, way down there, is the display unit back there. Here we have a micro switch, which is typical standard for most machines. Back down in here, on this side, down deep, we have a good grade power switch. I consider there's 3 levels. There's an excellent grade, which is very commercialized but very big, which would make this machine larger. There's this mid-grade one, which is very good, and then there's the El Cheapo version, which is not on this machine. So we do see some high-quality components. If you look in here, a thing that we ask for, especially dual boilers, is to make sure that the boilers are reinforced to the framing. So there's reinforcement there on the framing, and as well on this side to the steam boiler. Water tank, 2.7 liters. Okay. There is a sensor on this side of the machine to monitor the water level. And then deep down in here, okay, if you get the camera in here, you'll see a screw on a hole. That's basically your pump pressure adjustment. So you don't have to go underneath the machine to regulate the pump pressure. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video going over the high quality components that are found on the Torre Evo Premium Espresso machine. Dual boiler. If you have any questions or comments, please ask down below or go to our website by clicking on the link. There is a question and answer section. You scroll down a little bit, that you can ask any questions. We like to answer questions there because a lot of people do visit the webpage and like to review those questions and answers. As they say, thank you for watching. Coffee first, everything else second.